Ron Paul spoke about the issue of North Korea on his network, and it's always refreshing to hear libertarians talk about foreign policy. Let's watch.
The tragedy of our policy right now is we're taking, literally hundreds of thousands of people, maybe up to 1 million South Koreans and their pawns. They are going to be sacrificial lambs. Because let's say tomorrow they have identified 4 spots in North Korea where they have nuclear activity. And the original reason they wanted nuclear activity was they were threatened to lose their oil, and it was the same old story of Iran. But if we tomorrow take those out and say, see, we got rid of them and now there's going to be peace in the world, then maybe no nukes would fly from North Korea. They're not going to hit LA, and there's no way that they're ready to do that, but Seoul could get hit. So we are playing with fire, and it isn't that will make that break out. It will be our aggression. And that is so sad and so discomforting to me to say that we have to stop aggression and then pin it down and say that we're in the business of empire building and aggression. That is tragic, and yet in a moral sense, we have to speak out.
Damn. Isn't it amazing that he's the only one saying that? He's the only one. You're not even going to hear Bernie Sanders say that. He just said if something breaks out, it'll be our aggression, not Kim Jong-un. I mean, that is, in corporate media circles, that's like, I cannot believe you would impugn the integrity of the United States government like that, sir. And among establishment Republicans, establishment Democrats, even non-establishment Democrats, a lot of people are going to look at that and go, crazy old Ron Paul, there you go again. But is what he's saying really that crazy? I mean, look at the record. How many countries has the United States intervened in militarily since World War II? I mean, the list is endless. How many are we intervening in right now? 7? 8? I mean, again, I keep bringing up the Libya example because it makes perfect sense in regards to North Korea. Gaddafi gave up his weapons, and then what happened? We toppled him. We bombed him. So now we're telling North Korea, you got to give up your weapons, and then we'll leave you alone. Don't worry. If you just give up your weapons, it's all good. Why the fuck would he believe you? Why would he believe you? And of all the huffing and puffing that goes on with them making these grandiose comments about, we'll come after you if you mess with us or whatever, does anybody in their heart of hearts really think that they would launch an attack unprovoked? There's no way, because he has a gnat of a country. His military is probably 2% the size of our fucking military, and we're acting like, oh, North Korea is going to come after us. Oh, my God. We're going to be defensive here. No, you're not being defensive. Stop with the bullshit. And then he also brought up the situation with natural resources and oil. Now, look, to be clear, I don't know the details of oil in regards to North Korea. So, his comments stand on their own there. I don't agree or disagree with them. I just don't know enough about the resources in North Korea to comment on that. But what I do know is he's right in the other instances. I do happen to know about them. So, for example, in Iran, when we toppled the Iranian government in, I think it was 1953, we toppled Mohammad Mossadegh and put in the Shah. The reason we toppled Mossadegh is because Mossadegh wanted to take the revenue for Iranian oil and give it to the Iranian people. That oil was coming to Britain and the U.S. at a discounted price. We were basically taking the oil. They got a small percentage of it, but it was mostly coming to us. So he said, no, I'm going to nationalize the oil industry and give it to the Iranian people. And then we toppled him because we said, nope, can't have that. So you see how this stuff works? They do military actions under the guise of, here we are. All we care about is human rights. That's all we care about is human rights and altruism and doing the right thing for everybody around the world. Liberal values, democracy, freedom. That's what we're doing here. The West, we're upholding these values. But no, you just look a little beneath the surface and you find out that's total bullshit. That's a ruse. If we cared about liberal values and freedom and democracy, why are we best friends with Saudi Arabia? It doesn't make sense, right? So maybe the motivation is not liberal values and freedom and democracy. Maybe it's not about concern for others. Maybe it really does have something to do with natural resources and business ties and corporations and American hegemony. Do I pronounce that word wrong? Some people say hegemony. Whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying. So Ron Paul, the only one saying this, I haven't even heard Bernie Sanders say anything close to this. If something happens with North Korea, it'll be because of our aggression. Now, other people in corporate media might sneer and scoff at him and laugh at him, but you know what? He's fucking right.